Do you remember back when The Daily Show was not completely terrible? You know, back when Jon Stewart was on it? When sometimes they would have actual funny jokes, and the show was only kind of condescending to people instead of being insufferably condescending? Well, in this video, I'm going to be playing you some classic Daily Show clips. I think when you watch them, you'll be surprised at how much things have changed for the worse.
Think he believes the world is safer because Saddam was pursuing weapons of mass destruction, because he wasn't. And so...
Right. But that's, again, like, that's a belief. That's what you believe. But I don't know that, you know, I don't know the guy. I'm the same way about his arguments. I do think he believes Saddam Hussein was dangerous and a madman and had weapons of mass destruction. And the fact that we couldn't find him just means that he had taken, you know, an asthma recess and was just waiting till he could do it again because we were watching him. I disagree with the idea that it is, because one is truly dishonest and borderline evil. And I guess that's where I get the point. Like, I'm trying to wrap around my head about the idea that someone who would say you could waterboard isn't evil. And that's where I have to go back to, like, okay, Franklin Delano Roosevelt interned 120,000 Japanese Americans. Was he evil? I think you have to examine your own orthodoxy before, you know, you can feel comfortable. But let's really try and fight on the most precise and proportional terms we can.
You've been very clear that you believe the president is a racist. Is the president a white supremacist?
He is. This president has fanned the flames of white supremacy in this nation.
One of your 2020 rivals, Congressman Beto O'Rourke, told me this morning that he believes President Trump is a white supremacist or a white nationalist. Do you agree?
I do.
And by the way, if Obama were a tyrant, you think these are the numbers he puts up? Tyrants don't have to fight that hard for Ohio. And generally, forget about utterly tanking your first debate. Tyrants don't show up for those. The real debate for tyrants is how big you want to go with the sunglasses and epaulets. You know, I guess it can be best summed up by the old homily. First, they came for the guns, and I said nothing, because they really didn't. We'll be right back.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
He'd done some critical reporting on the hundreds of billions of dollars of bailout money going to failed banks and failed automakers and insurers of failed banks and automakers. But when it looked like the president wanted a small percentage of that money to go to actual homeowners, whoa! David Banner became the incredible Santelli.
To see if we really want to subsidize the losers' mortgages. This is America.
Man, Wall Street is mad as hell! And they're not gonna take it anymore!
This one is gonna be good for you. Gloria Steinem. This is a DVD of the third season of Will and Grace.
Okay.
Some really likable and not too gay people. You a feminist?
No. Any fool can blow something up. Any fool can destroy. But to see these guys, these firefighters, these policemen, and people from all over the country, literally with buckets, rebuilding, that's extraordinary. And that's why we've already won.
I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far.
Now, when asked if Clinton was referring to Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat of Hawaii, Clinton's spokesman said, quote, "If the nesting doll fits, He added, quote, if the Russian propaganda machine, both their state media and their bot and troll operations, is backing a candidate aligned with their interests, that is just a reality. It is not speculation.